In the news now, there's an article where George Soros, a member of the Committee of 300, is advising world leaders on how to ditch Putin's war financing gas supply. And he obviously made sure that a letter that he addressed to the Italian Prime Minister is leaked out into the public, and that the world can see what a wonderful man he is. But what you need to see here is an agenda playing out, and George Soros just being one of the instruments in that agenda. The billionaire said Russia will have to resort to closing down Siberian gas wells without its European market as the nation's storage capacity reaches its limit. So what he's saying is Putin is not supplying gas to Europe at the moment, and they're suffering because of it. What he's doing is supplying that gas to storage facilities. But what George Soros is saying is very soon those storage facilities will be full, and then he will have to start closing down his wells. So George Soros, in true Rothschild fashion, is trying to control world markets and manipulate politicians. And he is not an elected leader, just like Bill Gates is not an elected leader. And he is giving advice to presidents of countries. This can put the world on a knife's edge, and he knows this. He has a very strategic plan with this letter that he addressed to the Italian Prime Minister. Billionaire businessman and philanthropist George Soros has urged Europe to turn the tables on Russian President Vladimir Putin by accelerating its independence from Russian gas. Putin's only gas market in Europe, and he is running out of storage capacity. So if Europe stops buying Russian gas, he would have to shut down the gas wells in Siberia, where the gas comes from, he says. Soros spelled out his strategy in a letter to Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi, whom he considers the go-to European leader because of his, in quotes, leadership and imagination. So he sees Mario Draghi as a true leader with an imagination, which means he's a puppet that can be manipulated. The Hungarian-born Soros, who now lives in the US and has donated billions of dollars to foundations which they claim advances democracy, just the opposite, divulged his letter to Draghi during a dinner at his week's World Economic Forum in Davos. Putin is obviously blackmailing Europe by threatening to or actually withholding gas, Soros wrote to Draghi. That's what he did last season. He puts gas in storage rather than supplying gas to Europe. This created a shortage, raised prices and earned him a lot of money. But his bargaining position is not as strong as he pretends. It is estimated that Russian storage capacity will be full by July. Europe is his only market. If he doesn't supply Europe, he must shut down the wells in Siberia from where the gas comes. Some 12,000 wells are involved. It takes time to shut them down, and once they are shut down, they are difficult to reopen because of the age of the equipment. So it means George Soros has intricate information on the gas supply in Russia. He knows intricately the mechanics of the gas supply industry. But Europe would need to undertake urgent preparations before using its bargaining power, Soros warned. Without it, the pain of sudden stoppage would be politically very hard to bear. Not politically, the people will suffer. At the end of the day, these people that just speak their minds for an end goal, they do not care about the people. He cares about the politicians because he wants to manipulate them. And the politicians are supposed to manipulate you. However, he noted these preparations were necessary anyway, as European countries had already committed to becoming independent of Russian gas, and he said Putin might decide anyway to turn off the taps when this would really hurt. All of these pressures pointed in the same direction to make Europe largely independent of Russian gas before winter, he suggested. He also proposed that the European Union should impose a hefty tax on gas imports so that the price to the consumer did not drop, but that the EU would earn a large amount of money which could be used to subsidize the needy and invest in green energy. Once again, a lie, and once again, a propaganda piece. Russia would never regain the sales it has lost, he concluded. It's clear here that they want Russia to collapse, that they want Putin to collapse, and at the end of the day, Putin has no control over this. There's only so much that he can do. He cannot authorize all the things that people claim him to do because he's just one man. At the end of the day, people like George Soros and the Committee of 300 are behind all the chess moves in the world, and the council that control them are the people that decide how these chess pieces move and when they move. If you want more content like this, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon to receive notifications for new videos. Till the next video.